Welcome inside Water Ridge Field. We bring you AAA baseball from the International League. It's the Durham Bulls taking on the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll. And today's starter, Alan Runhell. A bit unusual in the modern game, a pitch to contact arm on the hill today. Ready to go. Here's the catcher, Blake Sable.
Catcher, number 74, Blake Sable.
And we're underway here this afternoon. To the right side. And steps on the bag for the out.
Batting second.
And let's take a look at this lineup. Nobody on with one out. Stepping in, Ben Williamson. Homered last night. Added another hit as well.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
Right through there for a strike. That's ripped towards center. Grabs it on the run.
Batting third, first baseman, Trey Morgan.
Two away here, nobody on. And here's the first baseman, Trey Morgan. Some early struggles for him this season. He'll want to get on the right track soon.
Hee-haw!
That one in there. That is strike two. Battling here, fouls it away. Two outs, base is empty. In the air, along the left field line. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. That's a nice swing for the automatic double there. He gets to just amble into second base and wait for his teammate to drive him in. And next, the cleanup hitter, Braden Taylor.
Ball.
Nice job to get into scoring position with two out, and now he could come in on a base hit. I'm sure the cleanup hitter is thinking about how he can do just that. 1-1, here's the pitch. Foul ball there. That fastball was very hittable, but the swing just a touch too early. Pitcher needs to adjust. Line drive, and it's caught. And that ends the inning. They leave one runner on base. On to the bottom of the first, no score. Welcome back. And today's starting pitcher, Yoendrys Gomez. Here's a deeper look. Lefties have gotten to him this season, hitting over 300. One thing that could help, he could come inside and prevent them from getting their arms extended.
That's a
That
ball.
could open up a lot of the zone for you. Dylan Moore, the leadoff batter, looks at ball one. Hammers this one in the air, deep to left center. This one's gonna carry. It's out of here. An absolutely titanic shot. 7th homer of the year, and it gives them the lead in the first. It's 1-0. That ball was gone as soon as it left the bat. He absolutely smoked it. Seems safe to say that he got what he was looking for on that pitch. Great job to square it up and send it out. Here's the center fielder, Dante Nori. Doing a fine job at the plate recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak. pitcher needs to get right in a hurry. He's already given up a homer, and the next hitters he'll have to face are plenty good themselves. And that one hit to first. Steps on the bag, one away, and that ground ball may have them back on track following the homer. Let's check out the lineup. They left a ton of runners on base in their last game and couldn't really cash in when they had opportunities. It comes down to good fundamental hitting. These batters need to recognize the situation and adapt their approaches accordingly. And the 0-1 now. In the air, out towards right center. 2 away now.
Batting fourth, left fielder, Gabriel.
Here's the left fielder, Gabriel Rincones Jr., with 6 hits in the series coming into this one. That one not close, and that's ball 2. A swing and a miss, chases way out of the zone. That's a teachable moment for this hitter. He knows he shouldn't have been late swinging on that 2-0 fastball. Two pitch. In the air to left center. It's pretty deep, but won't get there. It's into the gap. Starts the afternoon off right with a double. And one thing to notice here, he didn't fly open and overswing. Instead, he stayed back long enough to drive that one the opposite way. That's what made the double possible. Settling in at the plate for the Iron Pigs, Aiden Miller. Sat out last night's game, but back in there today. Just
Ball.
missed.
Hey!
And he's challenging that called strike. So the call will stand. That knocks him down to 1 challenge left. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. This one is labeled. It's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall. That ends the inning and limits the damage. At the plate here in the second inning. Batter just wants to get a read on his stuff. That was a meaty pitch, but he let that one go, maybe to get the timing. Could be ready for it if he gets it again. To the right side, and that's just foul. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Good eye there.
That's inside. That's a ball.
What a take with 2 strikes. Looked like he was a little behind on the fastball. Might have been trying to sit back for the breaking ball. Struck the batter out without a swing. Leadoff batter retired here in the second. No argument on the call. He was definitely not looking for the breaking ball right down Main Street. That's a pitch every hitter feels like they should drive. Just got fooled that time. Justin Henry Malloy stands in now and watches strike 1. Malloy, starting in center, 26 years old, and he's been hitting well lately, batting over 300 in his last 10 games. Right through there for a strike. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. I'm not sure
No,
where that
ball.
one missed. Way outside. 8th pitch of this AB up next. A frozen rope into right, and that's a base hit. So 1 on now with 1 away. Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Good job to stay back on that one and not roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, then drop the bat head on it and ripped it the other way for a knock. In the dirt, but kept it close. Malloy leading off of first with 1 out. Late on that fastball. Textbook pitching. Slowed him down with the curve, then blew the fastball by him after he adjusted to the lower velo. Great work.
That's a ball
that
down.
Misses the zone. And the count's even at 2. That was really close around the knees, but he's handling it well on the mound. Just has to adjust his sights. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And he delivers. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Lead runner turns at second. Here comes the throw. He's easily tagged out at third, and that's 2 gone. What a terrific throw from center field to cut the runner down at third base. He showed good mechanics and arm strength there. Offense pushed it that time, but it didn't work out. And here at the plate, Ryan Valade.
Hoo-yah!
The 0-1. Swing and a miss late on that one. Strike 2. And 1-2. Great job to lay off that one on 0-2. Those big looping curves are very tempting. Got it. Out number 3. Now to the bottom of inning number 2. Lehigh Valley with the lead, 1-0.
Legacy is what it's all about. Work it out, work it out, work it out, work it out. No pain, no gain, no doubt. Work it out, 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 work it. Take the risk, watch it shift. Keep your eye on them. Take the shot, I don't miss. Time to ride on them.
Bottom of the inning, coming up to the dish for High Valley, John
Number
Spikerman.
8.
Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
That clips the corner.
2.
The next
Ball.
pitch misses. Ball 2. Comes up empty, chasing that one in the dirt. Throw to first, out. One away on a drop third strike. Excellent work to tunnel those last 2 pitches. He set him up with a high fastball, got the eyes up, and then buried the low curveball for the swinging K. Really good pitching. 1 out and the bases are empty. And now the DH, Leover Peguero. It's been a tough stretch at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games. Out number 2. Next up for the Iron Pigs, Mark Colesberry. Really bringing some thump at the plate lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Swings through it. 2 down and nobody aboard. Bottom half of the 2nd inning. Swings and misses. Goes down on strikes. Nice job out there. As he gets them. All set for the start of this inning. Coming up next to the dish for Durham, Homer Bush Jr.
Hey.
0-2, waves at that one. Once again, he's ahead 0-2, and he's got the power in this at bat. Swing and a miss, got the strikeout. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Now
Back to the
batting,
top of the order
catcher,
here. And
Blake
here's the
Sable.
catcher, Blake Sable. Grounded out the first time up.
Hey.
1 out and the base is empty. Here's a fly to center. Nori moving under this one. And makes the catch. And now, Ben Williamson. 0 for 1 so far. Swings and misses at one below the zone. The hitters in this lineup have been aggressive early in the count, swinging a lot, but then when they get down, they need to be a little more patient. Maybe they take some pitches and
That's a
extend
ball.
the at-bats, try to get some base runners aboard. 2 outs and nobody aboard. To third, Cairo. Fires over to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. They're set down 1-2-3.
Jump in the car, drive out to the country underneath the stars. Turn a little music on the radio.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping to the plate now for High Valley, Christian Cairo.
Cairo.
No, that's low. Ball.
Check
Hey!
swing. Did the bat break the plane? Yes, it's a strike. Swing and a high fly to left. It's pretty deep. And there's one away. To the top of the order we go. Now it's the second baseman, Dylan Moore. He's already homered in this ballgame. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Swings through that one. That's a common swing against a good sinker, just diving under the bat. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 straight retired to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
Center fielder.
Base is empty with 2
number
out.
84.
Settling in at the plate for the Iron Pigs, Dante Nori. Swings through that one, 0-1 now. Swing and a miss, nice changeup. And he goes down on strikes. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. We move on to inning number. Welcome back to Allentown. We're in the top of the 4th inning. And here is Trey Morgan. Wallops this one out towards right center. And that should be extra bases. He turns and heads for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position. Some excellent swings for him in this game as he notches extra base hit number 2. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the middle, a
That's
hitter's
foul.
dream and a pitcher's nightmare. And now at the plate, Braden Taylor. The 0-1 offering.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. And that's a
That's a
little bit
ball.
high. Now 2-2. What a great 2-strike pitch, but somehow he laid off it. That one misses.
That's a ball.
Jacob Melton waits on deck. The Bulls trailing by 1. Top half of the 4th. Swinging a drive deep left field, pretty far
Foul
back there.
ball.
Into the corner, but foul. And the 3-2 offering. And ball 4.
No, that's
2
ball
aboard.
4. Runner, take your base.
Stepping to the plate for Durham, Jacob Melton.
Wood.
Tough spot for the pitcher, but that's how you want to attack it, by getting ahead early and putting the pressure on the hitter. Oh, and 2, here's the pitch. Hard ground ball, base hit. Coming to the plate, the throw home. Safe, it's 1-1. Nobody out, first and second here. Digging in at the dish for the Bulls, Justin Henry Malloy.
Outside. Ball.
Base hit. Runner around third. And safe at the plate, they take the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1. Next to bat for the Bulls, Logan Davidson. Nobody out with runners at first and second. Big spot for the pitcher and this defense. They'd like to roll 2. Came away empty from an AB where he had a chance to do damage. Tough break. Ryan Valade will hit next. Struck out looking the first
Yeah.
time up. There's a strike. That
Down,
misses
ball.
the zone. And it's 1-1. Good job to let the low one go there. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater. That's a result of changing speeds and keeping the batter guessing. He was slowed down by the off speed on the last pitch, so he was off kilter when the low 90s heater came in. At the plate, Homer Bush Jr. 3-pitch strikeout in the last AB. Will definitely want to do better this time. And there's a breaking ball that drops in. Next pitch in for a strike. Looking at 2 straight pitches and now down 0-2, you're just hoping to make contact. Already in a big hole, and the pitcher clearly has the advantage. They try to get a chase on a slider down and away. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Next offering misses, and the count is 2-2. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. Two. Now this is lifted to center. Nori has a beat on it. Gets there, got it. They limit the damage here. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. On now to the bottom of the 4th. Durham with the lead, 2-1. Welcome back. Iron Pigs add the dish in the bottom of the 4th. That
Nope.
off the mark, and that's ball 1. With his teammates driving in a pair, he wants to make this an efficient inning so they can get back up to the plate and tack on some more runs. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. And a curve misses outside. And that is
Strike
in
two.
for a strike. It's 2-2. On the ground,
No,
right side,
that's a foul
and that's
ball.
just foul. Next offering way off the plate. In the air to center. Malloy should have this one. One up, one down. Bases empty, one away. Next up for the Iron Pigs, Gabriel Rincones Jr. Right side, Taylor. 2 out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Aiden Miller. Next pitch
No, that's
downstairs.
down. Ball.
Ball 1. And a big swing and a miss. 2 outs, bases empty. And there's a ball. Swings and misses. And it's 3 up and 3 down in this inning. Moving on to the 5th. The Bulls lead it 2-1. On to the next inning. Here's the catcher, Blake Sable. Sable
That's in,
measures
ball.
6'4", 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2019. Swing and a miss out front that time. Late on that fastball. Downstairs.
Ball low.
Shoots this one on the right field line, and that's a fair ball. Now he turns for second. That's a leadoff double. We hear a
Now
lot
batting
about how the numbers
third
turn
baseman
against the
Ben
pitcher the third
Williamson.
time through the order, and that might be what's happening here. Looking at that one is absolutely pummeled, and it one-hops the wall. The run scores from second, and they lead by 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double. Well, that's a big swing of the bat, driving in the run with the 2-bagger. Manager out of the dugout, time to make a change. Alan Runhell will depart. 2-run ball game as the starter heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
The left-hander on now, Genesis Cabrera. And the runner at second looms large as he enters this one. Infielders are going to be on their toes trying to keep the ball from getting by them. Next to hit, Trey Morgan. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Ripped into left for a base hit. Headed for the plate. Comes across to score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Now at the plate, Braden Taylor. Nobody out and a runner at first.
Nope,
Pitcher
ball.
will want to keep this on the ground for the double play.
Hiya!
We're in the top of the 5th inning. 2 runs in to score in the inning. Off the mark
Ball
there,
outside.
and the count 2-1. That one missed. Next pitch
Hiya!
in for a strike. That was one you'll want back right in the heart of the zone. Gotta punish that. Pops this one up, foul on the left side. Cairo in position and makes the catch. Now the left fielder, Jacob Melton, 1 for 2.
That's a ball.
This pitch gets away. The throw in to second, but he's in there easily. And it's a wild pitch. He moves into scoring position. Here comes the 2-0. Swung on and torched to center field, and he can touch them all. This one is long gone. Blasted that one out of here. And they add to their lead. It's 6-1. If you throw a sinker that's down the middle, you might as well duck and cover because a good hitter will scorch it. Time to regroup and try to locate better to this next hitter. Ground ball to second. Moore. And now
He's
2
up.
gone. Bases are empty with 2 away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Logan Davidson. Switch hitter, batting righty against the lefty on the mound. Dive, got it! And safe at first. Some strange defense there. Next up, the designated hitter, Ryan Valade. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Hard hit to third. They take the force out, and they are happy just to get off the field after that disastrous inning. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Bulls lead it 6-1.
Please, I'ma make them boys like me. When I go up north, bring cold. Know the team be cold, so you know how to bring that torch. When I go down south, I be in the field, can't win.
On the 5th here in Allentown. Now it's the right fielder, John Spikerman.
Ball.
Meanwhile,
That's up.
some activity in the bullpen. Jake Woodford getting ready to go. Schultens getting loose as well.
Ball.
That one misses, now 3-0. Pretty unusual seeing him fall behind in the count like this. He could give up his first walk here. That one is smoked, right field. That's pretty far back. Hauls it in, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Next is the designated hitter, Leover Peguero.
Ball.
The Bulls ahead by 5. Bottom half of the 5th. Swing and a rocket. It's back there. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out. Digging in, Mark Colesberry. Struck out on just 3 pitches the last time. And that one fouled off. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a nice frame on the mound. He sets him down 1, 2, 3. And we're through 5 innings. The Bulls have the lead.
I'm burning. I can barely keep it turning. If I left you, what would you do?
back here at the
Leading
ball.
off.
Start of the sixth, Ben Gelman bringing you this one. And leading off, Homer Bush Jr. Righty reliever out the pen, Max Lazar. Among his weapons is an outstanding curveball. Don't be surprised to see him go to it in big situations. Bush, in
Ball.
now, takes ball one off the plate.
Hey! Ha!
Here comes the 1-1. That one hammered but pulled foul. One, two now. He hits a fly to center. Nori gets there under it. One up, one down.
Now batting, catcher Blake Sable.
The lineup flips over. Blake Sable now at the plate, 1 for 3.
Ball.
There's a
Yeehaw!
strike. One out and the base is empty. Swing and a drive. It's carrying. That one hops against the fence. In safely with a double, second of the day. And he's
Now
notched
batting,
2 hits now, both
baseman,
for extra
Ben
bases.
Williamson.
With balls into the gaps like that one, hitters know they can think about extra bases and make that wide turn around first base. That's a great swing. Williamson
that's down.
stands in here, takes ball one low. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. Sable leads away at second, 1 out. In the dirt, but blocked. In the air, out to right. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Stepping to the plate for
Trey
Durham,
Morgan.
Trey Morgan. He's 3 for 3 with a couple of doubles and a single. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
That's a ball low.
In the air to left. Should be extra bases here. Runner from second scores as they add on. In at second with an RBI double. Comes
Now
through with the
batting,
RBI.
second
Great back
baseman,
control on that
Taylor.
pitch. Got a pitch on the outside, let it travel deep into the zone,
Ball.
and ripped it the other way for the knock. Taylor stands in now, looks at that one inside.
Here, what?
Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, that's a K. That ends the inning and prevents things from getting out of hand. They pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors.
Pitching.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jake Woodford. Does a good job keeping the ball in the yard and has been really tough to take deep this year. Runner aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, second baseman.
This
Dylan
call to the bullpen is brought to you by Mid-South Electronic Credit Union. You can bank on them with your business. This pitch
Nope,
misses,
ball.
and that's ball 1. You know, I thought that was a strike, and yep, here's a challenge. And it just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. The Iron Pigs, with plenty of ground to make up, here in the bottom of the 6th. Action in the pen down there. Steven Wilson getting loose out there. In In the dirt, but kept it close. Not even close there. And that's ball 3. And ball 4.
Take your base, ball 4.
Dante Nori, the next to hit.
Now batting, center fielder, number 84.
Swing and a miss. He's clearly willing to swing at that pitch low in the zone. The pitcher has to notice that. If he does, he's got a better shot at inducing the double play. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. Chopper, right side. The underhand flip. He's in there.
Now batting, first baseman, Austin.
Austin Murr digs in now.
Ball.
Deep breath for the pitcher. This is a pretty big jam. Gotta stay composed and execute. That one misses.
Ball.
2-0. Behind 2-0 now, and with the bases loaded, he has no margin for error. Time to challenge this batter. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That one pulled foul. Bases full, no outs. Ground ball to first. Oh, great stop. Takes it to the bag and out. Nicely done at first. Run scores, but a great play to get the out. Coming up to the dish for Lehigh Valley, Gabriel Rincones Jr. Two balls,
That
no
missed.
strikes,
That's
the
a
count.
ball.
That's down
That's a
and
ball.
in. One out and runners at second and third. Swing and a high fly ball. Sailing towards left center field. Pretty deep. Out of here. Blasted that one out of here. And they cut into the deficit. It's 7-5. That was a nice, patient approach in that at-bat. He let some bad pitches go, found one he liked, and didn't miss. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching. One down. Aiden Miller will hit next.
No, that missed.
Swing and a miss, just waving at that one. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out. John Spikerman getting ready to hit. Strike one. Two outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss, nice changeup. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Around first, hustling for two. And it's a two-out double. It's been a tough run at the plate for him lately. He needed that base hit. That one was right down the middle, and he regretted it as soon as it left his hand. This next at-bat looms very large. Next up for the Iron Pigs, Leover Peguero. Breaking
Oh, yeah.
ball in there for a strike. In the air to left center. And it falls. The throw in. The tag, and they cut him down, going for two. But one run does score on the play before the inning ends. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 7-6 ball game.
Leading off,
The left fielder, Jacob Melton, already with a two-run shot back in the 5th inning, and he's looking to add to that impact right now. Welcome back. We're in the 7th inning, and we have a new pitcher on the mound, Zach Pop. This game is still pretty tight, so he has to give the bats a chance and keep it close. No mistake pitches.
That's a ball.
In there
Yeehaw!
at the knees.